If you're feeling wrist pain while performing push-ups on the ground, it's most likely because your joints aren't getting stronger at the same rate as your muscles. This is a very common problem amongst those who practice calisthenics, especially if you're just getting started. The most simple solution to this problem is taking the time to strengthen your wrists through various exercises that only put a little bit of pressure on your wrists, allowing you to build up their strength and increase weight on those joints over time. I have a video directly focused on strengthening your wrists on my channel, and I'll link it in the top right corner of this video right now. So watch that video after this one to make sure your wrists are strong and up for the task of any exercise you throw at them. However, if you want to continue training push-ups while still allowing your wrists to rest and catch up, I have 3 push-up variations and tools that will help you still get your push workout in without making your wrist pain any worse. The first variation is push-ups using parallettes. While doing push-ups with parallettes, you're holding a bar instead of putting your hands on the ground. This puts your wrists in their straight resting state, not in that aggressive extended position with your body weight pressing down on them, thus causing them pain. Parallettes also give you the option to increase your push-ups range of motion by elevating your hands, allowing your chest to go even lower before hitting the ground, giving your muscles a bigger stretch throughout the exercise. I really like this, which is why I prioritize parallette push-ups when I'm training my chest. You can grab a reasonably cheap pair of parallettes on Amazon or any other online store that sells fitness equipment, so they're not too difficult to get your hands on. However, if you don't want to invest that money into your training, the second variation might be for you. And that second variation is knuckle push-ups. This recreates the same wrist position as the parallettes do, putting them in that straight resting state. You can continue training your chest and triceps while relieving that extension pain. Without your hands on the ground or holding onto a parallette bar, this does put your wrists at a stability disadvantage. It can be easy to lean too far to one side or the other and accidentally let your wrist collapse underneath you, which could cause injury. You want to avoid that at all costs, so be careful when you train knuckle push-ups to make sure you don't lose your balance. Knuckle push-ups also could become a little painful if you train them for too long, especially if you're training on a hard surface like I am here. You could fix that pretty easily by moving to a grassy spot or sand, or just by placing a towel, a hoodie, or some other soft object on the ground to soften the surface against your knuckles. This softer surface could increase the risk of losing your balance, so again, be careful when performing this exercise. The third and final tool I'd recommend is wrist wraps. Back when I started training calisthenics, I had a lot of pain in my wrists because I was repping out push-ups frequently throughout the day, which did not allow my joints any recovery. I purchased a really cheap pair of wrist wraps, which are these ones I'm wearing now, so they've lasted me several years, and they help tremendously to stabilize my wrists and decrease the pressure in the extended position while doing push-ups. These are definitely a cheaper investment than parallettes, as you can grab some wrist wraps for around $10 online. However, if purchasing wrist wraps aren't an option, I'd assume wrapping your wrist in something like sports tape or maybe even tightly wrapping a towel around them could help in a similar way. I hope these recommendations were helpful for you. They are the 3 ways I used to help relieve my wrist pain and was still able to train push-ups while I waited for my wrist to catch up in strength. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more calisthenics videos from me, and if you want to elevate your foundation of calisthenics, download my free exercise guide by signing up for my email list through the first link in the description of this video. I'll be sending you helpful calisthenics emails with all sorts of tips and courses to help you in your journey. It is definitely the best way you can support me and the best way that I can support you. So go do that if you haven't already. And until next time, good luck in your training. Onward.